Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today I thought I would do a card video, and it is snowy on the ground, which is the first time this year, well, first time this season really that I've seen snow on the ground. So I was kind of inspired by that, and it's a cozy Sunday afternoon right now. Well, actually it's still morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Who are we kidding? I've been up since probably 4. No, I think 5 today. So I've been up for a little minute, but I thought this was pretty cute. I still kind of feel like I need something else on the front, so I might work on that. But anyway, this is the card that we're going to create. It says warm and cozy wishes, and then you open it up, and it has a cute little snowman, and she's knitting. Oh my word, it has 2 little snowball friends with her. And then you can open it up this way and put your sentiment. I don't know, I just felt like doing something fun, and so this is what I came up with. And I thought, you know what, let's do it together. And I sillily put, so I cut my cardstock. So it's a 4.5, sorry, no, it's a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card. So it's cut at 4 1/4. No, it's not. It's cut at, oh my goodness. Whew, let's start this over, shall we? I have a regular piece of cardstock. I have scored it down the middle at 4 1/4, the long side, and then I cut it at 5.5, and that creates 2 A2 sized cards, which are 4 1/4 by 5.5. And you need 2 card bases to make this card because you are going to put them together. And then I also used just some designer series paper that I had in my stash, and I cut that at 4 1/4 by 5.5 to fit exactly on top of the card. And I went ahead and glued that down. So that's all I've done so far. The rest we will do together. I do have a piece of cardstock for the inside of the card, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So it's a little bit less on each side, so it gives a little border. And then this one is the other A2 sized card. So what I'm going to do is put them together like this, so that when you open it, you open this, and then you open this, like that. And then I want a window in here so that I can see through it and see what's on the other side. And for that, I'm using a 2-inch hole punch. And so I'm just going to take this, stick it in as far as it'll go, kind of center it. I'm just looking at the sides to make sure there's about the same amount on each side, and popping that out. So now I have a hole in my card to see through. And I'm going to go ahead and put these together like this. And so for that, you can use glue or whatever, however your favorite adhesive. I'm just going to use some of my automatic tape gun. And then I'm going to put this on the inside here, and I'm just lining it up with the score line. And then I will kind of try to make sure I've lined it up with the bottom, and the top will fit in itself. And there we go. So now I can do this. And then if it's sticking out a little bit, which I don't think it is, it was just I had it stuck onto that. If you did need to trim it a little bit, you could, but this, I got it so that it was pretty good in there. So now I want to decorate the inside of this, but I need to know where my little snow woman will go. So I'm going to take my pencil and just make a line, a circle where the circle is, so I know that this is where she's going to peek through. And I am using a couple different card sets I have, or stamp sets. I have Flurry of Happiness from Your Next Stamp, and then I also have Flurry of Wishes from Stampin' Up. So I'm using both of these to create this card. Of course, you can use whatever you want. I also have a piece of like sparkly paper from Recollections at Michael's. I love their little shimmer paper. That's a better word for it. And then I'm also using this embossing powder, which I don't know where I got it from, but it's named Snowflake Tinsel, so I thought that was pretty appropriate. And that's what I used for the snowflakes on the inside of the card. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first, let's see, maybe I'll color her first. I haven't colored her yet, but I did stamp her and die cut her out. And let's go ahead and color her. Get the coloring out of the way. Not that it's, I love the coloring part, but so it's not really out of the way, but you know what I'm saying. And this is a pretty easy color, so I thought I'd just do it with you because I did use my alcohol markers and I used my blending colorless blender a lot on the snowman, and I'm using my lightest blue, which in this case is called Frost Blue, and I'm using Milo art markers. I think I found them on Amazon. And I'm just going to go in and color the outline of her. And anywhere I think I'd like a little bit of color, a little bit of shading, which is usually like, for me, I like to put it underneath like her scarf and at least on one side of everything. And if there's anything on her, like this is some knitting, I'm going to put that around it because I feel like that would leave a little bit of a shade. I don't know. I'm not an artist by any stretch, so I'm just doing my best here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the little snowmen or snowballs, which I think is too funny. They have little snowballs as her little peeps. So once I've done that, I might even take it and go in just a little bit on some of the areas that I feel like it might need a little bit more. But you don't have to do a lot because she's supposed to be snow, and I don't really want her blue, although, I don't know, I think sometimes she turned out a little blue. But I think it worked out okay. And then I'm taking my colorless blender and I am just coloring all of this to make sure that the color spreads out and blends in. Now I'm not using super heavy cardstock. I'm just using, I think, the heavy cardstock from Hobby Lobby. Not extra heavy, just regular heavy. It's not the, I think it's 100 weight. It's not just the plain cardstock, but it's the heavy one. You guys will see it if you shop at Hobby Lobby. I know what I'm talking about. And if not, just use heavier cardstock if you're, at least for me, I like to use heavier cardstock when I'm using alcohol markers in general, but especially if I'm using a blender, because it seems to seep through pretty good. Roxy is playing. So if you can hear that, that's what that is. My little girl playing. All right, so then when I have that the way I want it, then I can move on to the rest. But you can see how it's kind of blue, but I think that's the look I'm going for. And then because my card is blue and grays, I kind of went with that, and I'm going to use a gray color and color her headband of her earmuffs. Actually, where's my other card? I'm going to look and see how I did that one. Here it is. Here's that one. And I'll do it similarly, if not the same. And then I did her scarf, except for the hearts, because I'm sure this was a knitted scarf that she did. I just love that she's knitting. I've been working on a pair of socks. I'm on the heel of my second sock, so I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. And then I'm going to take another blue, just because she was knitting blue, or because the card was blue, I thought she could be knitting some blue. So I'm just taking another blue and coloring this in. And most of these areas are so small that I don't feel the need to do a bunch of highlighting and all of that. I'm just coloring it. So I'm getting all of her yarn colored for her knitwear. And then I wanted to do one of them pink and one of them kind of greeny. Just, I don't know. It's just what worked for me. And so I picked this one as kind of the girl of the group. This is kind of a brighter pink, but that's okay. Actually, I'm just going to color the whole thing, and then I'm going to go in and color every other square on her. And I'm going to color this whole thing. Oh, oh no, I did the hearts in blue. I should have, oh, that's okay. I'm still good. So I'm going to take, I think I'll do the second brightest blue and go in and do her earmuffs and the hearts on her scarf. And then I used a brighter red for the hearts on her knitting needles. And I'm going to use the same brighter pink for her scarf and hat. Just like that. And I feel like the eyes need a little bit more emphasis, so I'm going to go over those. And then I'm going to get some greeny colors for this little guy. And I'll get a little darker green. And then I think all that's left is her nose. So I'm just using an orange for her little carrot nose. And then I'll step back and look at it. You know what I might do? I might take a brown color and do the arms. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, and I might do that on this one too. Why not? You could even do the needles in silver if you wanted, or you can do them in a different color brown, because you could use wooden needles or metal needles or whatever. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll use some sparkling silver, just a pen. And just go over the knitting needles. Just like that. So now she's all done. So before I actually put her on there, I'm going to do my embossing with the Snowflakes. So let me find the Snowflakes. And I'm just going to use the same stamp. And I need some embossing powder. And I'm just going to put a few of these around. I think something like that looks all right. And clean that off. I'm going to use my embossing powder. And with this one, because it has silver in it too, I realized that it's better if you shake it so that you get a little bit of everything in there. I'm just going to put this down here so that I can catch what falls. So then this is what that's left with. And I'm going to put the rest of this back into my embossing container. And put that up and get out my heat gun. Let that go for a minute or 30 seconds or so, and then I'll hit the Oh, it's warm. It feels good. Yay. I'll just hit the snowflakes with it. And I don't know if you can see this, but I love heat embossing. And this is a harder one to see since it's white, but and there's a big glare, isn't there? Maybe this is a better angle. Hopefully you can see it turning from almost a clear to a white. And embossing powder, from my understanding, is little pieces of like plastic that melts when you add the heat, and then it won't go anywhere. Yay! Oh, it's so warm. I'm warming my hands up. My hands are freezing. Personal heater. So that's what it looks like when it's all done. And it's not going anywhere. So I can use my eraser and even erase all around. Now that I know where this is, I'm okay with centering her close to it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I guess I could leave the bottom part on just to make sure I kind of get a picture of where I want it. So I'm going to put her in here. And as long as I have her, yeah, that's fine. That looks good. So erase all my pencil mark. And I'm going to wait to stamp her down until, or wait to glue her down until I've stamped some snowflakes on here. And for that, I'm using just another blue color. And this is where the flurry of wishes comes in from Stampin' Up. I do not know why my dog is carrying on like that. And I'm just going to, I used some bigger snowflakes too on the previous card, which is perfectly fine. And maybe I'll do some more of that. I don't know right now. I just thought I'd make it easy on myself and use these, but I might want some bigger ones now that I'm looking at it. So let's get a bigger one too. I like this one. And then I kind of like the idea of like stamping off the page, but there's a big spot right here. So I'm just going to stamp right there and try to get a big snowflake on there. And then I'll do some stamping off. Roxy, what is the matter? She's looking outside. I don't know what she sees. What's out there, baby girl? You're okay, love. You are okay, my love. She's looking out the front window. I have it open because I enjoy that. I don't know. I like to see the world go by. Ah. Let's close this up for now. Oh, but I did put Warm and Cozy Winter Wishes with this color on. I need to clean these, so I'm just going to put them on the outside of the stamp set so I won't forget. I'll move that over here. Same with this one, but I'm not quite done with this one yet. So I'm going to put that over here. I know that I need to clean those, but I want to use Warm and Cozy Winter Wishes. And on the other one, I had a nice blue area that I could do it on. Here, I think I'm going to pick this gray one. I think I'll be able to see it still. I think so. I could pick a different color, but I think I'll be able to see it. Yes, Warm and Cozy Winter Wishes. I think that's all the stamping that I need right this minute. So put these things away. And I don't need this anymore. All right, so now we're cleaning up a little. And I need to put her down right here. And for that, I'm going to use some glue. And my glue has been, I need to clean the tip because it is clogged up. So I don't know if it'll end up working or not. Oh yeah, it is. Yay. So I'm just going to glue her down right in the middle of the snowflake. Just like that. And then I'm going to use tape to put the inside white piece down. So I want the shimmer to be on the outside. So make sure you pay attention to that, because not all the shimmer paper is shimmery on both sides. I've realized a lot of the Michaels is, but I don't know, this white is only shimmery on one side. But I have some pink and it's shimmery on both. I don't have the blue, but that would be really pretty too if you had the blue, to use the blue shimmery. And it's cool because you can write on the shimmery paper just like any other paper. It doesn't take anything special to write on it. It's kind of funny that that little thing is there. Now, I still feel like there needs to be some sparkle or some shine or something. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take my Wink of Stella, or in this case, it's just a shimmer by Nuvo. I'm just going to color in some of these circles, perhaps, and maybe I should add some little diamond to it. We'll see. I just feel like it needs a little something, something. All right, and then let's take some diamonds. And these are all stuck together, so I'm going to cut a bunch. Oh, that one went flying. Goodness gracious. Maybe I need to use thinner scissors. Oh, I was wondering where my little ones were. They're right here. Perfect spot for it, right? Goodness gracious. That's okay. I'm using them, so I'm not gonna fret, but it's kind of weird that they're just popping off. So let's see here. I do have a little diamond placer, which is kind of nice. Put them down in the middle somewhere. Did I not grab that one? Or did it fly off? Ah. Oh, there it is. That is weird. Okay, let's try to pick it up with this. Warm and cozy wishes. So there, I think that's pretty cute. Oh, this one didn't want to stick. Oh, goodness. I'll make them stick. Hopefully. I'm a big talker, aren't I? Get you to stick, baby. All right, I think that turned out pretty cute. And then we'll do the same thing to this one. And maybe what I'll do is go ahead and put some glue down where I think I want them. Oh, this glue is killing me. 1, 2, 3. I'm counting so I'll know how many. 4, 5. We'll start with that and see how that works out. And maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to peel them all off. Just do it this way. Easier said than done, I guess. Why are these causing me such problems today? Because I'm letting it. That one went flying. Oh, how funny. I don't mind sparkle. I don't mind finding a sparkle every once in a while. I just stuck my finger in that one. I have one more I need to put on here, and luckily I found one that fell off the first time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, they're all on there. And here's the final cards. I think that turned out pretty cute. I think my friends will like this. Warm and cozy wishes. And then I can write a cute little note in there, let them know I'm thinking of them. But that's that. So yay! I mean, it's a fairly easy card to make, and it's fun because it's a fun fold card, but it didn't really take much extra. I just took an extra cardstock, if you want to look at it that way. But, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I have a ton of cardstock, so that's no big deal to me. I think it's actually makes the card really fun, and so it's worth it. Putting this stuff away as I'm finishing up talking to you and messing up my lighting. So I hope that you guys have a very safe and happy winter, and get some crafting done, hopefully, if you want to. Have a great day. Bye-bye.